and diseases, and possibly this land application is eventually going to be banned in cities and counties because of possible water contamination.
So that's what you traditionally had done for years and years and years.
Yes, and it was as our business grew, so did the waste, and we were beginning to wonder what we were going to do with it.
Well, they found out what they're going to do with the waste, and this is very green and very exciting. Let's walk over here, Nikki, and take a look. That's why we're standing up here, because what we're looking at right here, this is that 40% part of the onion that was discarded and in the past would have been carted out and used in fields and just kind of disc into the land.
Right.
Now what's happening to it? And boy, this is a great California green story.
Well, ultimately we're taking this waste and we're generating our electricity by it.
Now, how does that happen?
Well, the onion peels come out of the processing facility. We grind them up and we extract the juice from the onion peels. The juice is diverted to an anaerobic digester, a great big tank where bacteria feeds upon this juice. There's a lot of sugars in the onion juice, and what they digest is methane. And then we take the methane, really simple terms, and we strip the hydrogen, creating energy in fuel cells.
So when you talk about creating energy from the methane gas that comes off the onion juice, how much electricity are we talking about here?
Well, we supply 100% of our baseload electricity, which equates to about 600 kilowatts of electricity.
So you generate enough electricity off your discarded onions to run this whole processing plant 24 hours a day.
It's not 100% of our electricity needs, but what it equates to is about 460 homes of energy. We can supply 460 homes, but we use a tremendous amount of electricity, more than what we generate. So we generate our base load of electricity to supply our...
Run this plant.
That's right.
And you save how much money on just your electric bill alone, because now it's beginning to make sense why it's so cold in there to keep the onions fresh. That builds up a huge electricity bill every year.
Yeah, well, we figured that this project is going to help us save about $700,000 in just electricity bills alone.
$700,000 saved in your electric bill alone.
Right, and we're no longer paying that $400,000 a year to get rid of the waste. So we're eliminating that cost as well.
So you're saving over $1 million.
That's correct, yes sir.
This is amazing right here, but look over here, because look at this big old truck over here. What's going on over here?
Over here is the rest of the onion waste. After we extract and press all the juice out, we're left with some, we call it the cake press, and this is the fibrous part of the onions that's being sold as cattle feed.
So wait a minute, this whole truck is full of cattle. What is going to become cattle feed?
Yes, to non-milking cows.
Now, is this rich, good cattle feed?
Yeah, it's a really high in nutraceutical content, so it's a very valuable cattle feed for the cows.
Now we're getting a little closer look. These are the onions being actually pressed. They're being pressed to get the juice out of it.
Right, we're extracting as much juice out of them so we can send it to the digester. We generate about 30,000 gallons of juice a day.
All right, so there it is being pressed.
Right.
Step back just a little bit over here, because here's the big vat of onion juice that's coming out of the onions. How many gallons a day?
There's 30,000 gallons a day of onion juice coming out.
And see, that onion juice would have been just totally wasted in the past.
That's right, it would.
Not used at all.
Right, no, now we're taking it, we're generating electricity from it.
And what's left over after the onion juice, here's another angle of the conveyor belt that's taken what's left after all the juice has come out, loaded in these big trucks, and it's used for high-grade cattle feed. All of this is cutting edge technology right here in Oxnard. Boy, this is fascinating. This is certainly, well, it's eye-opening. I was going to say eye-watering, but it's really eye-opening. Your name, sir, is?
Stephen Gill.
This is your company here.
Gills Onions.
This is your daughter right here.
Yes, sir.
And the two of you have come up with this without any outside help. You thought this up yourself.
Well, I started about 10 years ago trying to find a real solution to the onion waste problem here, and I went to the University of California, Davis, and I hired a project manager and just started working on different ways to eliminate the onion waste.
But nobody's ever
built a plant like this in the world. This is the first plant like this in the whole world, where we're taking onion juice, converting it to electricity.
And running your plant, basically.
Yeah, it's about 40% of our electricity comes from the onion waste out of the plant.
And you're saving over $1 million a year, including all this cost that you would have been trucking all this waste to the field.
Waste to the field, generating electricity, and actually helping the environment by not having the waste degrade and turn into CO2 and methane gas in the field in a compost operation.
You're not an engineer, you're a farmer.
I'm a farmer.
And this, boy, is a testimony to the ingenuity of farmers all over California who are faced with problems and have to come up with solutions.
That's exactly right.
Did you think this was a solvable problem when you started with it? What were you hoping would happen?
Well, this is better than what I expected. I didn't know what to expect. I just kept going down a lot of different paths until I found a solution to the problem.
Yeah.
And onions are high in sugar, and the bacteria love it, and they make lots of gas, and the fuels,
lots of methane.
Lots of methane gas. And the methane is converted into electricity with fuel cells. And hydrogen fuel cell. We take the methane gas and break it down into a carbon hydrogen, and the hydrogen goes through the fuel cells and makes electricity for the plant.
You're losing me a little bit because you're talking a lot about engineering and biology and chemistry, but
it makes electricity from the biogas.
From the onions.
Yes.
And you must give tours all the time to people now from all over the world who are coming here to check this out.
From all over the world, and every kind of different industry, from produce industry to gas industries, just taking what was once a liability and turning it into a resource.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than that, does it?
This is awesome.
And the fact that it's happening here in California proves that we're still cutting edge, that we're still innovators, that we're still thinking ahead, and that we're solving real problems with what has turned out to be a very green solution.
And when you look at it, a food plant shouldn't have any waste, because you can turn that into energy or cattle feed or some other source instead of taking it to landfills or applying it back on the land.
So you think this is going to grow into something really big?
It is. There's a lot of interest from other companies in California that are coming here to look at what we're doing, and we're helping them or leading them to where they can find solutions to problems like this.
Boy.
I didn't have anybody. I had to figure it out for myself.
Well, and now you're able to share this with other people.
Yes, I am.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations. Boy, your company should get the Platinum Gold Star.
We just won a national award for our project.
Absolutely. You should be winning international awards for it. It's just, this is awe-inspiring. I had no idea what to expect. Your daughter and I have had a lot of fun talking about how cold it is inside and how loud it is inside. And what else was there? So there was another thing.
And you teared up.
And tearing up. It was the whole thing. But boy, it was worth the tour, because what we have discovered here is a real success story, a real California success story. Congratulations to both of you for doing something wonderful with what was left over and considered waste in the past,
yes,
as far as onions are concerned. But that's not true anymore, because as we have seen firsthand today, onion waste here in Oxnard and soon all over California and all over the world has become not waste anymore, but a fine example of California's green, helping keep California green.
This land is your land, and this land is my land, from the California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
Now for a little addendum, because after we cut the camera off, you really started bragging about who you beat out to win this big award that your company just won.
Well, we just won from the American Council of Engineering Companies the National Grand Conceptor Award for the Innovative Engineering Project of the Nation. One of our competition or competitors was the Dallas Cowboy $1.3 billion stadium.
The new Cowboy Stadium,
yep,
because it's so green as well.
Well, yes. And
but you beat them out.
We did. We clinched the award.
How does that make you feel?
We were pretty proud of that. I thought that we were in the top 8 of 163 projects, and out of the top 8, they picked one as a Grand Conceptor.
And it was right here.
And it was right here.
And we're ending up here by this big, what is this? Some kind of a...
Well, this is a flare.
A flare?
This is a flare to burn off any excess gas that we're creating as a precautionary. But what was really exciting is when we first started generating electricity, this was the proof that showed us that we were actually creating it. And if you look through the peephole, you'll see the fire burning inside.
Well, the fire from the methane gas being caused by the onion juice.
Yes, being digested in the digester.
Oh my gosh, look! Oh, wow!
That was onion juice yesterday.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Howser, and congratulations to everybody at Gills Onions in Oxnard. It doesn't get any more creative or innovative, and they are certainly doing their part to keep California green. Now, if you'd like to see this green adventure again, share it with family or friends, or more importantly, donate a copy to your local school or library. Well, it's available on DVD. All you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727, and we'll be glad to send it to you right away.
California's Green is supported by Edison International. As a national leader in the use of renewable energy, we understand the important role solar, wind, and other renewable sources play in meeting California's environmental goals. That's why Edison International not only supports the increased use of renewable energy in California, but is working hard to make sure this green energy becomes even more available in the years ahead. Life, powered by Edison.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Howser, and for those of you who want to share our California adventures with family and friends who live out of state, well, you can send them to our website at www.calgold.com, where they'll find a link to iTunes and an ever-increasing number of episodes they can watch for free. We're taking California's gold worldwide on the web.